What are the most common skills deficits that riders need help with?
So I'm going to put on my instructor's hat now, but also a bit of coaching, because I think you definitely need a long-term approach to this. Most people I see who come for a skills class and they say, I want to improve biking, I want to improve my riding. And they say this in a very general sense. What they don't realize is that their body position is the one that usually suffers. So I say the top out of the three, the number one thing that suffers a lot is good body position. So they tend to be sitting down a lot. They actually tend to squat a lot rather than ride with straight legs when they are stood up on the bike. And what happens is that their legs get really tired. And it's not because they are not physically fit. They're actually quite fit. It's just that where they falter is that they assume that the lower they are and the more they bend their legs, the more stable they are. And actually there are other means of improving their stability and balance on the bike. So I think for number two, in terms of skills, I see a lot of people not so sure about their cornering. They actually don't know how to corner really well, like literally to turn a corner.
Yeah.
And cornering goes hand in hand with brake control. So when somebody says, I want to learn how to turn or corner better, what I hear them saying is that they actually want to learn how to do their brake control better. And I think cornering is a very big and very diverse topic for riders who want to do their mountain biking better, in the sense that I always share with my clients, you'll find trails anywhere in the world where it's completely flat. That means there's no uphill or downhill. You can find a completely flat trail. Coney Island in near Serangoon is a good example. You can find trails in the world who have no rocks at all. Okay, like it's all sand or it's all roots or maybe it's all mud. Okay, you can find trails in the world with no roots. So for example, you go to a desert environment, there's no big trees, there's no roots. You can even find trails where there's no mud and completely dry. Okay, but there's no trail in the world that is completely straight. There's in a straight line. You will never find a trail that is in a straight line. The trail will always curve left or right or whatever, or come in a circle around and come back in a loop. Whatever trail you ride, you have to corner. You have to know how to turn. So turning, such a broad topic, you could be talking for hours about cornering tactics, and I love to address that as an instructor. Right. I think the third most important thing for riders out of the three most important skills deficits, I would say, or the three most common skills deficits, is understanding the mental side of things, like understanding their mental skills a bit more. How did they build confidence? I think confidence stems a lot from whether they're informed about what they're doing. If they don't know what they're doing, how do you know what they're doing? Whereas if you can describe what you're doing, if you can say, okay, now I'm doing a corner and I have to do this. I have to name the certain techniques, or to name the certain parts of the corner. Okay, if I know the start of the corner is called the approach, if I know the middle of the corner is called the apex, if I know the exit of the corner is called the run out or the exit, then straight away I can form a framework and I can understand when and where to perform the different parts of the technique. That overlays one principle which I like to share with riders, in that once you can name it, you can tame it.
Okay.
Once you can name what is your problem, and you can name the different parts of your problem, and you can name the techniques or the solutions that can help you solve your problem, then you can tame the problem itself.